in the year 1762, when the moon was believed to carry the very soul of the gods. One small village, nestled near the foot of Mount Fuji, was preparing for the brightest night of the year. The air hummed with anticipation, the beat of taiko drums echoing across the valley as families gathered, their faces lit by the warm glow of paper lanterns. Above them, a massive, golden moon hung in the sky, its reflection shimmering on the tranquil surface of a nearby lake. This was a night of celebration, a time to honor the ancient spirits. Then, without warning, the world fell silent. The drumming stopped. The laughter died. All eyes turned upward as the moon's brilliant light began to weaken, its golden hue shifting to a haunting orange, then a deep blood red, until finally it was consumed by darkness. A collective gasp swept through the crowd, quickly turning into screams of terror. A child, frozen in fear, dropped their lantern. It fell into the lake with a sharp hiss, extinguishing its light, mirroring the great darkness that had just swallowed the moon. The gods are angry. A villagist voice, raw with panic, ripped through the night. The moon has been swallowed. The old priest, his face pale, raised his staff. Someone has broken the ancient vow. The festival must stop. Chaos erupted. People scrambled, running towards the sanctuary of the temple, their shadows dancing frantically in the flickering torchlight. Inside, the head monk lit bundles of incense, his prayers rising with the smoke, a desperate plea to appease the heavens. Villagers huddled together, crying, holding their loved ones tight as dogs barked restlessly in the distance. The wind picked up, carrying whispers of dread. An elder woman, her voice trembling, murmured, "This happened once before, just before the great fire of Edo." Fear, a poison far more potent than any truth, spread like wildfire. In a single night, faith and reason became sworn enemies. But amidst the panic, one small figure stood apart. Ren, a 12-year-old boy with a tangle of dark hair and eyes that shone with an unyielding brightness, clutched his own paper lantern. He didn't run or pray. He simply stood, his head tilted back, observing the darkened sky with a strange calmness. "The moon can't just vanish," he whispered to himself. "There has to be a reason." His grandmother grabbed his arm, her voice stern. "Do not question the gods, Ren." But the boy's curiosity was a flame that fear could not extinguish. He pulled away gently, determined to find a clearer view, a better answer. He began to climb the steep, grassy hill that overlooked the village, his small lantern bobbing like a lone firefly against the oppressive dark. At this summit, breathing heavily, Ren saw something unexpected. A faint campfire flickered a short distance away. Beside it sat an old man, cloaked in strange, unfamiliar robes. A pair of curious glasses rested on his nose, and next to him lay a wooden box, its contents glinting in the firelight lenses of different sizes, ancient-looking scrolls, and a bronze compass. Ren approached cautiously. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. The man looked up, and a warm smile creased the corners of his eyes. "A traveler," he replied, his voice calm and steady. "Some call me a sky reader." Ren, emboldened by the man's gentle demeanor, recounted the terror that had gripped his village, the story of the disappearing moon. The old man listened patiently, then pointed a long, slender finger towards a strange instrumenta, long tube mounted on a tripod. "Look carefully, boy," he said, gesturing for Ren to peer through it. "The moon is not gone, it's merely hidden." Hesitantly, Ren leaned in and put his eye to the glass. He gasped. There it was, the moon, faint but visible, glowing with an ethereal, coppery light against a sea of stars. It was still there. "You are witnessing something called an eclipse," the sky reader explained, his voice filled with a quiet reverence. "The Earth's shadow is simply dancing over the face of the moon." He picked up a stick and began to draw in the dirt. A small circle for the Earth, a larger one for the sun, and another for the moon. With simple lines and circles, he revealed the grand, cosmic ballet, the perfect alignment of the sun, earth, and moon that cast a temporary shadow. Ren listened, his mind racing, every word a revelation. The intricate mechanics of the heavens unfolded before him, not as an act of divine wrath, but as a natural, predictable wonder. "So," Bren asked, his eyes wide with awe, "the gods are not angry?" The old man chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "No, boy, the universe is simply moving as it must." They sat together in the quiet of the hilltop, two souls watching as the earth's shadow slowly crept away, revealing the familiar, silver glow of the moon once more. An unspoken understanding passed between them, a shared moment of wonder. With a heart full of newfound knowledge, Ren scrambled back down the hill, his lantern held high. "The moon is coming back," he shouted, his voice ringing with joyous relief. "The gods are not angry." It was just a shadow. Villagers poured out of the temple, their fearful faces turning upward. As the moon's silver light returned, washing over the valley, cries of relief replaced the sobs of terror. Some fell to their knees, bowing not in fear, but in gratitude. Even the old priest, watching the boy, allowed a small smile to touch his lips. "Perhaps," he murmured to the heavens, "the boy was right." Years passed. The boy, Ren, was now a young man, a scholar dressed in fine robes. He sat under that very same moon, his brush flying across scrolls as he taught a new generation of children. He spoke not of angry gods, but of eclipses and stars, of orbits and light. "The gods did not take the moon," he would write. "They only showed us that knowledge is the purest light of all." The village was transformed. Fear gave way to fascination. The annual moon festival was celebrated once more, not with anxious prayers, but with a deeper understanding and a shared sense of wonder. Children pointed simple, homemade telescopes to the sky, their laughter echoing where screams once did. That night, faith didn't vanish. It simply changed its shape. From fear, it blossomed into wonder, and the moon that had once disappeared became the light that guided a small corner of the world into a new age of curiosity. Sometimes, fear is only the shadow of something beautiful we don't yet understand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please consider subscribing for more cinematic stories from history. Each tale holds a truth just waiting to be discovered. We'll see you in the next one.